Welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to introduce Florence Scovel Shinn's The Power of the Spoken Word. This is a very highly requested video that I do for quite some time, so I decided that I'm going to cover this in chapter 1, Weapons Ye Know Not Of. So let's go ahead and jump right into this, and I'm going to expound on this as we go. Really enjoyed this. Okay, so I have weapons ye not know of. I have ways ye not know of. I have channels ye not know of. Mysterious weapons, mysterious ways, mysterious channels. For God works in mysterious ways his wonders to perform. The trouble with most people is that they want to know the way and the channels beforehand. They want to tell Supreme Intelligence just how their prayers should be answered. All right, so they're trying to command the subconscious mind here. You got to persuade the subconscious mind and trick it, or hack the system, so to speak, and trick the subconscious mind into believing you already have something. So you cannot command the subconscious mind to give you anything. You have to persuade it by tricking it that you already have it, by living as if you already have it. Okay, so the people, they do not trust the wisdom and ingenuity of God. They pray, giving infinite intelligence definite directions how to work, thereby limiting the Holy One of Israel. Jesus Christ said, when ye pray, believe ye have it. Believe ye have it. What could be more simple or direct? Become as a little child if you would enter the kingdom. I really like this because the way they brought this up, be as a little child. If you remember back to when you were a child and the way that you would perform things, the way you would do things, the way you wouldn't overthink things, you were just enjoying life. You know, in the moment, you were, when I was a child, when I was in the moment, building tree forts and doing all these things, you know, playing with my friends and waking up early in the morning, so excited, so happy, no negative thoughts in my mind, just performing as a young child and entering the kingdom, you know, and you do this when you're manifesting. You do this and pretend that you already have something. You, as a child would, without overthinking, relaxing, letting go, detachment, without any fear. And you'll see that it will come to you. Become as a little child if you would enter the kingdom, just like it was quoted in the Bible. We might paraphrase the scriptures and say, have the expectancy of a little child and your prayers will be answered. A child waits with joyful expectancy for his toys at Christmas. I give the illustration of the little boy who asked for a drum for Christmas. The child does not lie awake at night agonizing over his drum, wondering whether he'll get it or not. He goes to bed and sleeps like a top. He jumps out of bed in the morning, ready for the happy day before him. He looks with wonder at that which is before him. The grown-up person spends sleepless nights agonizing over his problems, overthinking. Instead of a drum, he has spoken for a large sum of money. He can't think of any way it can come. And will it come on time? He will tell you he has perfect faith in God, but he would like to know more about the channel and how it is to be done. Asking these questions, how is it going to come? Where is it going to come? All these, you're putting all of these limitations, all these logical sequence of events that need to take place in your mind in order to receive something. When you were a child, you didn't have all this stuff going on. You didn't have all this overthinking. You didn't have this fear. You didn't need to know how. You thought things could just fall out of the sky when you were a kid. When I was a kid, I was like, anything could be created. You know, I was always in that state. I can get anything. Anything's possible to me because I wasn't limited, you know, after going to school and growing up and getting all the stress without being taught these special things about creation. When you're a kid, when you're growing up, you learn all these other things. You get all this stress. Nobody ever teaches you. Then you go into this other mentality of overthinking, stressing things, having all this fear, wondering how it's going to come. But when you're a child, you don't have that. The answer comes. I have weapons ye not know of. My ways are ingenious. My methods are sure. Trust in me. Commit your ways unto me. Committing your ways unto the Lord seems very difficult to most. It means, of course, to follow intuition. For intuition is the magic path, the beeline to your demonstration. Intuition is a spiritual faculty above the intellect. It is the still small voice, commonly called a hunch, which says, "This is the way, walk ye in it." I refer to intuition very often, for it is the most important part of spiritual development. It is divine guidance. It is the God within. It is the eye which watches over Israel and never slumbers or sleeps. With it, nothing is unimportant, the subconscious mind. Acknowledge me in all your ways, and I will make plain your path. Remember, despise not the day of small things, of seemingly unimportant events. It is very difficult for a person who has always followed the reasoning mind to suddenly follow intuition, especially people who have what they call regular habits. They are accustomed to doing the same thing every day at the same time. Meals like clockwork. They get up at a certain time. They go to bed at a certain time. Any deviation upsets them, throws them off their path. We have the power of choice. We may follow the magic path of intuition or the long and hard road of experience by following the reasoning of mind. By following the superconscious, we attain the heights. In the intuition are the pictures of eternal youth and eternal life, where death itself is overcome. We have the power to impress the subconscious mind with the picture of eternal youth and eternal life. The subconscious, being simply power without direction, carries out the idea. I like that. See, the subconscious is all power, the simply power without direction. And you're the watchman at the gate with your conscious mind, actually directing and having the subconscious mind carry out your idea consciously while impressing that into the subconscious mind. And we have our bodies transmuted into the body which can never die. We see this idea partly expressed in the moving picture, The Lost Horizon. Shangri-La was a symbolic picture of the world of the wondrous, where all conditions are perfect. There is a spiritual prototype of your body and affairs. I call it the divine design, and this divine design is a perfect idea in your superconscious mind. I love that. Your superconscious mind. Most people are far from expressing the divine idea of their bodies and affairs. They have stamped the contrary pictures of the disease, old age, and death upon the subconscious, and it has carefully carried out their orders. Now, we must give a new order. Let me now express the divine idea in the mind, body, and affairs. If you will impress the subconscious by repeating this statement, you will be amazed at the changes which will soon take place. You will be bombarded by new ideas and new ideals. A chemical change will take place in your body. Your environment will change for the better, for you are expanding rapidly into the divine plan where all conditions are permanently perfect. Lift up your heads, ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord, or Law, strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Now remember, the Bible is talking about thoughts and states of consciousness. Here is a picture of the perfect ideas of the superconscious mind, rushing into your conscious mind. Gates and doors are lifted up, and the King of glory comes in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. This King of glory has weapons ye not know of, and puts to flight the army of the aliens, the negative thoughts entrenched in your consciousness for countless ages. These negative thoughts have always defeated the manifestations of your heart's desire. They are the thought forms which you have built up in your subconscious by constantly thinking the same thoughts. You have built up a fixed idea that life is hard and filled with disappointments. You will meet these thoughts as concrete experiences in life, for out of the imaginations of the heart come the issues of life. My ways are ways of pleasantness. We should all build up in consciousness a picture of peace, harmony, and beauty, and someday it will push itself into visibility. The divine idea of your life often flashes across your consciousness as something too good to be true. Very few people fulfill their destinies. Destiny means the place you were destined to fill. We are fully equipped for the divine plan of our lives. We are more than equal to every situation. If we could get the realization back of these words, doors would fly open and channels be cleared. We would actually hear the hum of divine activity, for we would be linked with infinite intelligence, which knows no defeat. Opportunities would come to us from unexpected quarters. Divine activity would operate in and through all our affairs, and the divine idea would come to pass. God is love, but God is law. If ye love me, keep my commandments or laws. Dr. Ernest Wilson told me that his first knowledge of truth came through reading Emerson's Concentration. Concentration means loving absorption. We see children lovingly absorbed in their play. We can only be a success in a line which interests us greatly. Great inventors are never bored with their work, or they would never bring forth great inventions. Never try to force a child to be something he does not want to be. He will only prove a failure. The first start towards success is to be glad you are yourself. So many people are bored by themselves. They have no self-reliance and are always wishing they were someone else. When I was in London, I saw a man on the street selling a new song. It was called "I'm Tickled to Death, I'm Me." I thought that was a wonderful idea. Start out by being glad you are yourself. Then you can expand rapidly into the divine plan of your life where you fulfill your destiny. You may be sure that the divine plan of your life will give you perfect satisfaction. You will no longer envy anyone. People often become impatient and discouraged. I was inspired by reading in the paper about Omaha, the famous racehorse. The article said Omaha has to run a mile before he gets into his stride. There are no doubt a lot of Omahas in the world, but they can get into their spiritual stride and win the race in the twinkling of an eye. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Delight thyself in the law, and it will give you the desires of thine heart. Delighted in yourself in the law means to enjoy making a demonstration, to enjoy trusting God, means to be happy in following your intuitive leads. I want to read that again. This is very important. Delighting yourself in the law means to enjoy making a demonstration. To enjoy trusting God means to be happy in following your intuitive leads. Most people say, "Oh dear, I've got to demonstrate money again," or "Oh dear, my hunches make me so nervous, I haven't the nerve to follow them." People enjoy playing golf and tennis. Why can't people enjoy playing the game of life? It is because we are playing with unseen forces. With golf or tennis, they have balls they can see and a goal which is visible to the naked eye. But how much more important is the game of life? The goal is the divine plan of your life where all conditions are permanently perfect. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will make plain thy paths. Every moment we can link with intuition will give us as definite a lead as a signpost. So many people are leading such complicated lives because they are trying to think things out instead of intuiting the way out. I know of a woman who says she has a thorough knowledge of the truth and its application, but the minute she has a problem, she reasons and weighs and measures the situation. It is never solved. Intuition flies out of the window when reason comes to the door. Intuition is a spiritual faculty, the superconscious, and never explains itself. There came a voice before me saying, "This is the way. Walk ye in it." Someone asked me if the reasoning mind was ever any good. The reasoning mind must be redeemed. Trust in spiritual law, and it will be given to you. Your part is to be a good receiver. Prepare for your blessing. Rejoice and give thanks, and it will come to pass. I have weapons ye not know of. I have ways which will astound you. All right, so that is chapter 1. We'll be moving into chapter 2 here, which is I give unto you the power. in the next chapter, but I really enjoyed this. And I think that becoming a child, becoming childlike and acting on your intuition rather than overthinking things when you're trying to manifest something. You remember when you were a child, just like what that example they gave in this chapter was, that the child knows that it's going to get something like for Christmas morning. The child goes to sleep at night, knowing that it's going to have that drum set in the morning, not wondering how it's going to come. How are my parents going to afford that? How is this going to happen? How is that going to happen? They don't think that way. And this causes the intuitive mind to go into action and impress the subconscious mind, and actually causes everything to go into place. And that child actually gets that gift. So we have to be more childlike and stop overthinking and stop having so much fear and act on our intuition instead of wondering how something's going to happen. Remember back to when you were a child and just release that. Let go and receive. Let go and receive. Don't overthink, and then be intuitive and enjoy life. Just like what she said in this chapter. Look at it as a game, the game of life. Enjoy it, just like playing golf, playing tennis, playing basketball, going swimming, doing something that you actually enjoy doing, playing a game, and then act as if it's the game of life. Why not enjoy life? Life is just a game, just like everything else. It's meant to enjoy. It's meant to have purpose. It's meant to fulfill your destiny. And remember, I have weapons ye not know of. I have ways ye not know of. I have channels ye know not of. Mysterious weapons, mysterious ways, mysterious channels. All right, that is the end of this video. Don't forget to give me one thing you are grateful for, or any other content you would like to request that I cover on the channel for us. Go ahead and leave that in the column box below, and I will see you guys in the next one.